have a question.
Louder, louder.
Hello. I have a question to His Holiness. So glad to hear that you talked about how education is creating differences, and it's something I'm also arguing in my thesis as to how education is creating, actually reproducing social inequalities. So what, according to you, the kind of reimagination that education system requires in the contemporary time where there's so much urbanization, so much influence of technology, social media, what according to you is the reimagination we need in education today?
When I look to this world, a lot of problems which essentially our own creation. So that related with education, I feel. The so-called modern education come from West. In West, you see, moral ethics side is just to believe God. No tradition of training our mind through practice of shamatha, single-pointed mind, one-pointed mind, and analytical meditation. That is only in this country, India, including Jainism and Buddhism, no God, no creator. So everything, something like self-creation. Therefore, training our mind is very important. Just a prayer, not sufficient. So therefore, in this country, over 3,000 years, concept of shamatha, concept of vipassana already developed. And then with that, the concept of ahimsa, non-violence, and karuna, compassion. So now the existing modern, so-called modern education come from the country where no such practice, no such tradition, only pray to God. So therefore, now the education field, we must include education about our emotion, mind. These days I expressing from kindergarten level, besides sort of education about hygiene of physical, we must include hygiene of emotion from kindergarten level till university level. So train more knowledge about mind, about emotion. Then, not necessarily with belief, no.
Religious belief.
Religious belief. The India's tradition, secular. Religious belief is personal matter. These things are well-being of humanity. So this we should consider academic subject, not religious subject. So religion is personal matter. These things are related with humanity. Now, India, you have very good sort of potential to educate people about mind, about emotion, and how to tackle our destructive emotion. So here, India, modern India, the education introduced by Britisher, the modern education oriented about material value, not talking about this inner value. So now time come, this country should revive the ancient Indian knowledge, how to tackle our emotion on the basis of ahimsa, non-violence, and compassion. India, only this country have the opportunity to combine modern education that sort of brings material development, including science, technology, and then ancient Indian knowledge about mind, combine these two things. So that's my latest my commitment. I'm trying to revival of this ancient Indian knowledge in education field. It is not sufficient just to carry some, how to say, worship or
The prayers.
ritual.
Yeah.
No. Through education. Like that. So, you Indian, you come from which part of India? Delhi.
Delhi.
Huh? So some time back, I think Delhi government, you see, they sort of try to, how should they, create education for happiness. That's good. Education, not for money. Not only for money. The money, why money become important? That brings happiness. So ultimate sort of goal is happiness. If you become slave of money, no use. Many American like that. Only money, dollar like that. So India, very important.
Well, I think
So we already, start some work with government college here in education should include about education, about mind, about emotion, how to tackle. So now more and more Indian really showing interest. So that's hopeful sign.
Mm-hmm.
Firstly, India, this ancient knowledge is India's knowledge, not something bring from outside. But then once this country, through education about material value, and technology, science, and education about how to bring inner peace, then India can show rest of the world. In 20th century, Mahatma Gandhi ji, you see, show world non-violence practice. Mm-hmm. So now, 21st century, time come, we must show the world training of our emotion, our mind, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Like that. So many Indian truly sort of also showing interest. So my commitment is a revival of this ancient Indian knowledge in India. So next, it seems to see, next 10, 15 years, I think more and more Indian now really showing interest in that. So work that. Then India can show rest of the world. At least it's in neighbor Afghanistan and the Arab world, where too much emotion, too much killing. Very sad, very sad. And the worst thing is, even religious faith used for chadang,
Sort of promotion of divisions and hatred.
Very sad. Okay.
Thank you so much, Your Holiness. We appreciate your time so much.
Thank you. Now, time come for stomach.